Did Mr. Marcos ever say anything to you about any member of this subcommittee?
Yes.
Could you tell us who it was and what he said?
You.
Pardon?
You.
What did he say about me?
I believe he was going to charge you in a criminal action, but rather than speculate, I respectfully suggest you listen to it on the tape and hear it in his own words. He commented about a number of people in the government, as you know, and you were one of them. You're not on his... Pardon me?
Yield to my friend from Iowa.
Well, the chair has the disadvantage of being a member of the majority party, but the minority would like you to know that when you're charged in this criminal proceeding, we would be delighted to serve as character witness.
Well, again, I don't recall the details and the nature of the proceeding, but it is on the tape, and you can hear it in his own words, and possibly clearer on the originals than the generation copy that you have. But like I say, he said a lot of things about a lot of people in the government, and whether they're true or not, that remains to be seen. I'm just not in a position to judge any of the things. I can just report it to you.
I thought the gentleman from Iowa was going to say that the minority members of the committee voted 10-8 to testify in my favor in the event it came to that. Yes, Mr. Leonard?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to make a very brief statement, and it's really prompted by Congressman Leach's concerns. I want to assure you, Congressman, that I made a very great effort as a former Assistant Attorney General of the United States. I think I know how the Justice Department works. I made a very great effort and brought certainly some probative, some evidence that had some probative value, and laid it before the department and pleaded with them to get into this before these two private citizens took off on this escapade. I also, Mr. Hirschfeld will tell you, that I advised him not to do this. But they felt so strongly about it and felt so frustrated, first by his own contacts. He had been interviewed for hours by FBI agents about what was going on here. Secondly, my contacts with the department. And the department, the lawyer from the department with whom I had the last conversation, and I think I still have the note, warned me, a lawyer who does practice criminal law and does know something about the Omnibus Crime Control Act, that I should advise my client that he might be violating that act. Now, if that's the kind of response that you get when you go to the department with the kind of information that I gave them, which included the weapons list, it included the pictures, it included names of companies which had bank accounts in Swiss banks, and they tell it, and you'll excuse the expression, but they tell you to stick it in your ear, then I guess if you're a concerned citizen, as certainly citizens, as Mr. Chastain and Mr. Hirschfeld are, maybe they do it on their own. I don't think I'd do it. I don't know whether you'd do it. I'm not so sure Ollie North would do it. But these two men did it, and what they've presented here is at least some indication. I wouldn't characterize it. I think it's up to you or a judge as to what it's worth. But it certainly is interesting, and it's something that our government should have done something about.
Well, I appreciate your